So I did a video a couple weeks ago about looking at houses, and a couple of you, not a shitload. There's only 300 subscribers, but a couple people reached out and said, "Why are you looking at houses? You just rented the beautiful house on the river with the nice pool, right? It's there. You can't see it because the clothes hanging in the way, but that's the pool, the bar, the river. All that's still there. Nothing's changed. Can't even see that, can you? Because it was too bright, the sun. Oh, it adapted. Okay. Anyway, long story short, the landlord, this is a Thai lady and her Belgian husband, or shall we say, frugal. So there was a couple of nights we couldn't take a shower. Why? Because the float mechanism on the well was broken. So my girlfriend had to call the gardener, who's a jack of all trades and living in a house the landlord owns for free. So he gets the call anytime anything's wrong because he's free, not because he's a great gardener or knows a lot about pools. So the pool was green or empty for about a month. Most of the month of April, we couldn't swim for one reason or another. It's okay now. Went swimming yesterday, had a great time, but for a month, a very hot month here in Thailand, April and May are two of the hottest months of the year here. We couldn't swim, which sucked. And, obviously we're paying for that. That's part of the rental, is having a pool. Nice pool. It's one of the reasons I picked this place. So not being able to use the pool kind of sucked, and the reason it took a month to fix is she didn't want to spend the money and get a legit pool company in there to fix. Once she did, then it took less than 2 weeks, probably a week. Once the professionals came in, they filled her with water. It was going too slow because instead of putting in a giant water tank for a 2,700 square foot house, she put in two small ones. Why? Because it costs less. I mean, isn't that the decision-making process for everything you do in life? It's whatever the cheapest is. It doesn't have to be the best. It doesn't have to work for your guests or your tenants. It just has to be the cheapest. That's number one. And this lady is loaded, by the way. One of the realtors who was over here showing the house to a new prospective tenant told me that she had a huge house in Phuket and that she brought her a buyer for 500 million baht. Now it's 34 baht to a dollar right now, so multiply 500 by 34, and that's how many millions of dollars it is. Whatever 500 times 34 is. It's a lot of fucking money. She said no. She turned it down. Okay. I'm sorry, you don't multiply. What am I saying? You divide it. Yeah, I'm sorry. 34 baht to a dollar. So you divide 500 million by 34. Still a shitload of money. And she turned it down. So that's how big our house is in Phuket. She's got 10 properties up here that I know of, rentals, including 5, I think, along the river, including this one. So don't cry for me, Argentina. Don't tell me that she doesn't have the money to properly maintain her. She's a lot richer than me. I have my little condo up in Sansai. It's a cheap little place. I paid 13 grand for it. I rented it out for $300 a month. That's the going rate, $3,000 a month. $100 a month. That's it. I don't even get $300 a month. I get $100 a month. And I had a TV in there, brand new, from Lazada, which is like Amazon, and it broke. It just stopped working, even though it was a brand new TV. It happens, especially with Chinese crap, right? This is TCL, owned by Sony, but it's a Chinese brand. I replaced it the next day with a bigger TV. I mean, that's what you do as a landlord, and I do not have the funds available or number of houses that this woman has. I don't have a 500 million baht friggin' house in Phuket, right? So anyway, it's been a struggle. I've been here, over 2 months now, and not being able to swim in the pool last month sucked. The yard is overgrown. He's not cutting it down by the river, so you can't use the little silo that I built. We talked to him a couple times. He mowed down there, weed whacked, whatever. It's a small yard, and then just stopped again, and now it's waist high. We went swimming the other day, as I mentioned, and one of the girls who works with my girlfriend brought her boyfriend over. He wanted to go fishing. He was standing waist high in weeds. So anyhow, today's excitement, as if all that other fun, I fell down the stairs because the stairs are wet because they're outside. You know, the roof is leaking. You have to flush the downstairs toilet a certain way, you know. And when you're paying $1,350 a month in Thailand, that's a lot. In America, that doesn't get you shit. You'd expect a crappy place, but here, that's top dollar in the rental market. So, you know, you expect toilets to work. My girlfriend's 100 pounds now. She used to be 92. She's 100, 102. She sat down in one of the chairs, the dining room chairs, and it cracked because it was fucking wafer thin. I could do a quick shot of that. Like it all like buckled up like it's wet or something. I mean, look at that. It's literally a piece of paper. See, I could stick my finger under that. 45,000 baht. Yeah, get you some of that. So I'm not happy. I asked my realtor to find me another place. We started looking. I looked at one place. I filmed it. That was where I fell down and dropped my phone, right? Correct my phone. And we had another couple come in to look to rent this place. He wound up saying it was too big for him. I'll never understand renters and buyers. Like the square footage, 250 square meters, which is 2,700 square feet, is posted on the ad. How can you not know that's too big for just you and your girlfriend? And it's not too big for me. I don't want to move because of the size. I want to move because the stairs are outside, and you know, every time I got a package, I'm building a guitar. I have a separate channel for guitars, and I'm building a guitar, and I get a package every day. I gotta come down the stairs, open the gate, walk, I get the package, go back up the stairs. It's like, it just doesn't work for me. It's not the house I want to be in. So I'm desperately seeking elsewhere. But today's video, I went to my buddy Jeffrey from America is here. He's in Rayong, hanging out with the love of his life that he met online on the same website that I met the two ladies I dated while I've been here in Thailand. And he's going to be coming up to Chiang Mai and hang out, bullshit and stuff, a little bit later this week. So I was getting the guest room ready, airing it out and stuff, and I had some suitcases in there that I put in the guest room instead of the master, you know, because nobody was in there. And I went to put them in that little sliding door room that was, you know, on the other side of the guest room. I didn't even know it was here until after I rented. It was a fucking, I don't know, 15-foot, 18-foot python. Just sunning itself, just hanging out in that little sliding glass door room. So I'm like, fuck me. I mean, I need to get out of here. With the attitude of the owners, you know, the way they're so cheap with everything, not replacing the float so we couldn't shower, not fixing the pool with qualified people right away. It's just one thing after another. You know, it's an old house, and a lot of the furniture's cheap. A lot of the stuff doesn't work. You know, it's got a washing machine in the kitchen, which I'm not crazy about that location, but I'm like, at least you got a washing machine. Well, it works sometimes and doesn't. 3 times we've had the handyman guy call, you know, she's called the lady who called her handyman come over and try to fix it. So it's working right now, but I mean, that should have been working day one. The expensive coffee machine, you know, when we were doing the tour with that, underneath the microwave is a fancy coffee machine. Doesn't work. Can't get parts for it. You know, it's all show. The wine cooler, oh, how nice. It's got a wine cooler, right? Doesn't work. You plug it in, it doesn't turn on, doesn't get power at all. That's the story of this house. It's an old house. It hasn't been well maintained. They haven't put any money into it. Everything is low budget. The ceiling fans, everything is the cheapest possible. When the ceiling fan broke 2 days after I moved in, she replaced it with one so cheap it doesn't have a remote. I mean, the $50 ceiling fans at Home Depot have remotes, right? This one doesn't have a remote. So that's just the mentality I'm dealing with. I might be trapped here if we can't find another tenant to replace me. I might be trapped here for a full year. Live and learn. I made a mistake. The river is beautiful. The pool is great when it's working. But those two things aren't worth all the rest of the shit that's wrong with this house. So I'm going to continue looking at properties. The realtors are going to continue to look for new tenants to try to replace us. and we'll see. It'll be a very happy day indeed when we get out. But anyway, after this video, I'll attach the one of the snake so you can see what a, I don't know, 15, 18-foot python looks like. Okay, here's the situation, kitties. I came over to the little exercise room that I found after I moved into the house. I didn't realize it was here, to put some suitcases and stuff, basically use it as storage. But I found out the room was already occupied. There's already somebody sleeping contentedly inside the room. And I don't think he wants to be disturbed.
Mami khai cao cả.
And yes, I'm eating my lunch while all that's going on.